All right, so you just finished knocking the door, talking with the homeowner, and the homeowner let you on the roof to do the inspection. So there's a few things that we're going to need to do in order to accomplish a successful inspection. Okay, number one, you're going to need to grab your ladder, set up your ladder. You're going to want to set it up near any valleys, because the valleys are the safest place to walk up. Okay. Number two, you're going to need some chalk. The reason we're going to need some chalk is you're going to mark areas on the roof and on window screens and gutters and things like that to document those proper photos that we're going to need, so that we can not only show the insured, the homeowner, but also submit to the insurance company. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start from the ground elevation. We're going to take a picture of the entire front of the house. Okay. We're going to do our inspection. We're going to inspect window screens, gutters, downspouts, any window shutters that might be stained. We're going to document all of that. Then we're going to take a picture of the front right elevation, okay, the right corner. And then from the right corner, we're going to take a picture of the right side. And then we're going to inspect that side for gutters, downspouts, window screens, etc., AC units, or anything like that. You can see this is an air conditioner fin guard. You can see the amount of damage on this AC unit. This is the motor top. Okay, has dents from hell. You're going to want to run your chalk. You can see there's some hits there. Okay, but we have plenty of evidence to show that there's a lot of hail in this area. So one thing we'll document as well on our report. We start with the house first. Okay, we'll go to the back right side, then the back side. There are other things like garage doors that are vinyl or metal. You want to inspect those. You want to look at it through an angle like this with your eye. Insurance needs 3 of these panels to be damaged, any 3, in order for them to replace the whole thing. If you think you found a hit, you just run your chalk across it, look for indentations, and you want to do that on the whole thing. You don't want to do too many marks. You want to document that so that in case we get the insurance scope of work back and it shows that they didn't document that the garage door needs replacing, then we can send them the pictures with our documentation. Then the back left side, then the left side, then the front left side. Okay, the front left corner. We're going to do all that thorough inspection. Once we have that documentation, we're going to also document the same with the fence. So if they have a stained fence, we're going to take pictures of that. Okay, both on the front, right, back, left side, both sides of the fence. Okay, now if it's a shared fence, then obviously you're not going to be able to get in the neighbor's backyard and take pictures, because that's a shared fence. But anything that's not shared, you're going to want to document pictures of. Okay, then we're going to get on the roof. You're going to want to document is when you're on the ladder, you're going to come here because we want to identify how many layers of shingles are on this property. So this is the original layer, top layer. This doesn't mean that there's another layer of shingles down here. This is our starter. Okay, we want to lift this up to try to see, is there any other shingles behind here? And then this right here is felt paper. We want to try to get to see how many layers of felt. If we're unable to, then during the supplementing process, once we tear off the entire roof, we get down to the felt, and if there's multiple layers of felt, then we submit a supplement to the insurance company, because the insurance company will need to pay for it. Obviously, if it's a cash deal, we bring that to the attention of the homeowner, and then they'll end up having to pay for it, but that's all documented on our contract. But we want to ensure that there's not multiple layers of shingles before we move forward. You'll need to take pictures of this. The other thing you're going to want to check in the valley, since you're already here, you're going to want to see, is this shingles or is this what we call modified bitumen or ice and water shield or valley metal. There's metal here, so this is just a shingle. But you'll want to document and take pictures of this, whether it's just a shingle or there's ice and water or there's metal. You want to do that in all the valleys. Now, once we're on the roof, we walk up the valley. Valley is the safest place to get on a roof. Okay, as you can see here, there's wind damage. This is wind damage. There's missing shingle. This is a wind creased shingle right here. That means the shingle itself lifted up and folded back down, causing these creases. You can see throughout the roof there's wind damage. There's also hail damage to this property. A lot of granule loss, as you can see. Okay, like I said, but one thing we first do, we walk up to the top, the very top. See missing shingles here. Okay, and then we take photos. You want to start from the front right or front side. Front right, if it's too big, so you just take a picture like this. Here, 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 and here. And then the next thing we do, you can see that there's some metal components on this roof like this. This is a attic vent cover. Okay, so you grab your chalk. You can see the dents, and you want to do that on all of them because you're going to want to show the homeowner the issues. Okay, these are pipe jacks, rubber pipe boots, plastic. Sometimes those are cracked, but we want to document as much as we can for the homeowner. We also want to document that the trim on the chimney is bad. So this can be an upgrade. We can present them and let them know, it's like, hey, insurance probably not gonna pay for it, but it is rotted. You have potential for opportunities for leaks to come into your home because of this. So then if they want an estimate, to be a separate estimate, and we can present that to them, or we can, you know, if there's some profit, enough profit in there, we could do it for them just to be a blessing to them. So we're going to first take pictures of the front of the roof, okay, the top, front. Then we're going to go to the front right corner, right side, right back corner, back side, back left corner, left side, left front corner. We want to take pictures of the entire roof. We want to make sure we get all the accessories, all the components on the roof. Then we're going to start on any side, whether it's left, back, right. We're going to take a look at all the metal that's on the roof. We're going to chalk that metal. Okay, we want to see if there's any indentations to identify hail markers, okay? Because the insurance company, the first thing you're going to do is they're going to get on the top of the roof and they're going to look for soft metals and make sure that there is evidence of hail damage in relation to the size of hail for that storm date, okay? Then from there, they're going to start a 10-foot by 10-foot square on each side, front, back, left side, right side. And within that 10-foot by 10-foot square, you're going to need to have 8 to 10 hail bruises. If not more the better, okay? When we have 3 out of the 4 sides, it could be the front, back, left side, left, back, right side. It doesn't matter, any combination of those 3. Obviously, if all 4 sides are damaged, and excellent. But then we're going to document those things. This is called wall flashing, also known as counter flashing. So whenever we are doing an inspection, we also want to chalk this area. Just gonna run your chalk through here, okay? To see, is there any hail damage? There's not. So this is counter flashing. This flashing, they actually cut into the brick. Okay, there's a lip that goes in there. They stick this lip here, and underneath this is L flashing. So the flashing looks like this, okay, or like this. This part is under this part, and this part is here, the shingles. Okay, this is to protect any water, wind-driven rain. Counter flashing is important on walls like this when it's a sloped roof. Okay, this is known as drip edge. This is your drip edge. Okay, it goes before the shingles and before the starter shingles. The drip edge goes over the top. That's simply, it's called a drip edge. So when water drips, it protects water from getting into the decking and rotting the decking out on this part, okay? So that's the importance of having this drip, what's called edge metal flashing or drip edge. This is a fascia, okay? Underneath, this is called a soffit, okay? All the way around the house. This is a fascia. Just think about your face facing you. Fascia, this is soffit. They're usually vents, but there's no vents here. And then, the way this is like this, and this is like a triangle like this is called your rake, okay? Anything that's parallel with this fascia like this, parallel to the ground, it's your eaves. But when it comes to a point, like a little mountain or a little triangle, okay, an arrow, these are called your rakes. Just think of a rake, right? Just imagine a pole here and your rake with the teeth that do this. Okay, so this is your rake. So you have a rake, soffit, drip edge or edge metal, okay? Wall flashing, also considered counter flashing when it looks like this. The flashing that's underneath the shingles is called step flashing. Just imagine steps. All right, these are components that you'll find on majority roofs. Also, so this is a ridge cap, okay? It's the shingle that goes on the ridge and the hips, okay? So you're gonna wanna document the type of ridge cap is on here, okay? Some, you have to lift this up. As you can see, these have been cut. If it's an actual ridge cap, they'll be straight, okay? But these have been cut. But we'll want to take pictures of this as well. This is called a ridge. Think of this as your spine, okay? Ridge, these 2 legs that come down this way, you think of them as your legs. These are called hips, okay? What's connected to your hips? Your legs and your spine, okay? So here you have a ridge, hip, ridge, 2 hips, and you have 1 hip that goes to the ridge, okay? Important to know so that we can make sure to document that as well. So when we do submit our estimates, we'll know the type of product that we need to estimate for. We're gonna come down, we have evidence to show the insured, and we're gonna show them those pictures. We're gonna show them the size of the hail. We're gonna show them all the damages to their property. And then we're going to then walk them through the next step, the claims process. All right, this concludes our roofing inspection. This is done every single time without fail. You wanna have proper documentation, because what that does is it helps your calls, not only with the homeowner, because the homeowner needs to be aware of what is on their roof, the potential damages like this that can continue to bring leaks into their house if not dealt with, okay? So we wanna make them aware that, hey, they have some missing shingles up here that could potentially cause leaks in their home. But also, it's to document to the insurance company, so when we write up the estimate and they leave certain things off of their estimate, we can prove that it actually exists on the roof. So this is the conclusion of a roof test or a roof inspection. This is what you want to do, continuously bringing hope to those who need it most. The more roofs you get on, the more opportunity you are to be able to bring hope to the homeowners in your community. So let's get out there, let's win together. You have what it takes. God bless.